people who need a wee. Apart from people with bladder problems. They're all sticking around here. And we're going to do one last final track. It's going to be beautiful. I'll hand over to Ed.
Back another way on a hot, dry morning. The yellow path set his skin crawling. Birds chived high in the trees, and a single human voice sounded so remote it was hard to believe it had ever really spoken. He felt the peculiar, imprecise horror of a rank of gold slave anklets, this season's must-have accessories, shining in department store light, or a false eyelash left in a dirty ashtray like a damaged insect, or the smell of something burning upstairs in the small hours. And then he came to the fairground. Sounds intensify with every sip of wine, while the dog's ghost screams ceaselessly in the damp soil from which the writhing mandrake root was pulled. I saw again the fairground mannequins flip, switch, twizzle round and round and round, falling back in a spit of coloured sparks, reviving at once with a chord's tight twang from each artificial death in the painted dance pavilion. Dancing, dying, whatever. They mean the same to knock down wooden tin plate, which cannot feel or laugh or cry. Are you alive, or are you just lifelike? I'm not sure. Does it matter? We have smudged our late night makeup, and the unconvincing lamplight charts our progression against the old field target, set up for the fun of fairground sharpshooters. It's better than this, I keep thinking. Have you seen the stuffed mermaid? And the awkward dance of the three-legged woman? I love your shades, I told him. I'd like to wear them. Hiding your eyes makes you seem so sophisticated. Nothing to declare and nothing to explain. Come out with me now and I'll show you something that will make you laugh. He told me this. He said, it isn't far. No hurry. We'll be there by morning. You can always come back here another day, assuming that you want to return. When you see what there is beyond the wooden palings, where queues of silent people stand, waiting with a chill in their faces for things that never happen. However far we go, it's easy to get back, despite what the man in uniform tells us at the gate. And humans are only there to frighten you. You'll always have this fairground for your comfort. The memory will bring you home, only slightly damaged. Voices singing in the night, they're all chanting summons. They want me back. Sometimes there's a new song, but I can never remember the words in the morning. I heard cries from the catwalk, saw the high-heeled scurry of undignified alarm, then the scintillating moment of a marquisite brooch thrown in flames into the oily, indifferent river. I sing my lamentation once again. You were fragile and slender as any human body, seductive and intriguing as any human mind. I see the places where you should have been, in an absence of words, an alley without a cat, an empty hotel corridor, the recollection of a perfume. My memories are vague about what happened next, or even where it all began. Too many changes to trace events and a simple line of action and consequence. Another door is flung open for me now. I don't know what I'll find inside. I can only follow instinct and intuition, dance on the staircase in disdain of white marble, sing loudly after dark when I'm alone, and wait for the voices to respond, remembering old requests and old injunctions, the fairground that I knew, and a long-lost city, hot in its rough innocence, when we still knew one another by our accents before the streets were sold, the friendly wasteland cleared, our homes colonised by different voices, making our birthplace their fashionable address. Split level, custom coloured warehouse apartments, recondite boutiques, tablecloth, wine bars. I repeat it, dressed in black and studded leather, or in lavender silk, my eternal lament.
Yeah. Let's stay here at the circus. I have found a new place to live.
There were butterfly pavilions on the psychedelic poster, red lights flashing to the upward lure of staircase shoes. A quick, slick, lip-sync smile, hurried glamour dressing, with a dirty sock stuffed behind an armchair, lunch things hidden behind a drawn window curtain. Brief client hand relief, wash, wipe, let's have the cash. Doors that way. Then, bye, see you again next week. So, how shall we go through town tonight? Happy, distraught, or dancing? Moonlight ovation for easy money, come on, pretend it's Christmas. We've made an alcoholic connection spiked on poppers, and the pavement spins us like children dancing in the sunshine garden. This is the split distinction anagram multitude. Look at them all their smart clothes and interchangeable phrases that cannot bother us, as we have no roots, no tethering. And the television moralists feel the fake superior concern of the cynical classes who make films about our lives, patronising those of us who still have rent to pay. They think they're showing us to ourselves with their words of false pity, adorning raw and voyeuristic instincts, prime time screened while we're investing in our pleasures, and are never indoors to watch them mocking us. I wish I could go home. At least in the fairground, no one pretended to be real. I'd rather see an honest mask than another duplicitous human face. I came at last to the travelling show. When I reached the encampment, the witch lights were shining around the campus enclosure, the scant grazing, where the mama's cloth and willow stags sank down in pantomime exhaustion. Dancers grinding burnt cork smudges were spinning torch fire into hoops, eating flames in gulps, spewing them upwards. I could see my way by mouth flare. The pointing man and the woman who laughs, carrying her rack of small black bottles, led me to the centre and laid me to the company, waiting in formation outside the canvas booths, between the stone spire and the dancing ground. Their eyes were rimmed with charcoal. It was as good as a welcome. I will crack windows and discover new identities, learn the art of selective destruction. 2 vertical lines will put everything right. That's all it needs. Distances exceed, recede, with no fixed point to pin it down, to true perspective or illusion. How far is there still to go? I don't think I can travel any further until the last quarter is restored. The best I can hope for is to stay here, waiting for news or instructions or a guide home to the fairground. The night drips down into morning. and the dawn delineates our separate selves. Shall I come to you? Your spirit laughed in my dreams. I thought I heard your calling. You were watching me in the night, just to see what I was doing. I knew that you were there. I didn't mind. It was restful to feel a waiting presence lingering benignly in the small hours when the starlight becomes shrill. But I don't know what to say to you. I think I'm lost in another world, walking another path, wishing I was back with the click, switch, swivel, stick of my lost mechanical fairground. It begs me to return, then every time rejects me. That place felt more alive than life itself. The swirl of frantic dancers, painted automata, lifelike if not quite alive. I end with the leggy of perpetuity, springing up again, always undamaged, with the artificial smile still bright. And I tried hard not to think of them when I watched the last man creep, nervous and human, up the narrow stairs to the wooden booth, slowly, far too slowly.